Hi my loves, welcome back to another tutorial. In today's tutorial we'll be learning how to make this beautiful daisy granny square.
Get up on the floor, dancing all night long. Get up on the floor, dancing to the break of dawn. Get up on the floor, dancing to the break of dawn.
For the materials you need 3 colors of yarn to make it in the same exact pattern in which I've made it. That's this. You need this for the small circle, the white for the petals, and then your primary color, that is navy blue in my case. I'm using Alize Cotton Gold yarn. I'm also going to be needing a hook. I'm using a 3.50mm for this square, and that's about it. You also need a darning needle and pair of scissors to cut and weave in your ends. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. So we're starting with this golden yellow, and I would make a magic ring. To make a magic ring, you just take your yarn, place it around your 2 fingers like so, make an X with the tail yarn at this end and the continuing yarn at this end. You use your hook and pull through a loop, so you can now let your circle be your ring be, and you just want to chain 1 to secure this. After chain 1, you want to make your first stitch, which is a double crochet. Some people chain 3 to come up to that double crochet, but I like to do a standing double crochet, and I do that by inserting my hook in the circle, pull through, so that's a single crochet basically. And then to make the standing double crochet, I insert my hook in the second leg of this single crochet, pull through. I'll have 2 loops on my hook and pull through. So that's a standing double crochet. It's the height of a double crochet, and it's called standing because it was built from a single crochet, if you get what I mean. So we'll go ahead and make 11 more double crochets in this circle. Need I say, if you don't want to make this standing double crochet, you can make chain 3 in its place. This is just my preference. So you make 11 more double crochet, and you make a double crochet by yarning over, inserting your hook, pull through, 3 loops on your hook, you yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So now I have 3 double crochets. I'll go ahead and make the rest that would make this 12 double crochets in total. So I've just made my 12th double crochet, and if you count back, you would see I have 12. You now want to tug at this tail end to close your circle. So you tug tightly to make sure the circle is completely closed, like this. And to end round 1, you would slip stitch at the top of the second double crochet. So remember, our first double crochet was the standing one, that is the top, this place I am tugging at, but we won't slip stitch there. You slip stitch at the top of this second double crochet. And someone might ask, does this mean 1 stitch would be missing from the total stitch count? No, you see, when you slip stitch, just like I've done, you have 1 stitch formed here. So when you count your stitches from here, 1, 2, 3, all the way around back to here, you see you have your 12 stitches. We don't slip stitch at the top of the standing because it would make the work look flimsy, but like this, it looks like a perfect circle. Once you've done this, you chain 1 and cut off this yarn, and then it's time to go to round 2, which is our daisy round. For round 2, I am working with white, so I'll just pull it from the center and make a slip knot. To make a slip knot, you take the hook around your hand like this and pull some loop through the small circle you have going on. You want to leave some tails because this come in handy. We would weave this in later to make our squares neat. So now that you have your slip knot, you would insert your hook in any stitch from for round 1. I like to insert my hook in stitches before this place where I cut my yarn, majorly because I like to weave some of this in as I go, and I wouldn't want to weave this and this together. That's why I won't insert it just at the end. So say 4-5 stitches from where I cut off my yarn. So you insert your hook, pull through the slip knot on your new yarn, chain 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you want to make 3 treble crochet together in this same space. So to make a treble crochet, you yarn over twice, you insert your hook in the stitch, you pull through, you yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and you would normally yarn over and pull through these 2. That's how you make a treble crochet. But since we're making 3 together, it means we won't go through the last step. We would leave it like this. Yarn over twice again. This is our second one for this stitch. And with 2 loops on the hook, you let it be. Then for the third time, you insert it. You pull through 2, pull through 2. So for this first stitch, you would have 4 loops on your hook like this. You pull through all 4 loops at the end and chain 2. So you have your first petal here with your chain 4 standing beside. Now we did just 3 treble together because we have this chain 4 for the start. But moving forward in the 11 more stitches we have, for each petal we'll do 4 treble together. So here's what I mean. You yarn over twice after your chain 2, insert it in the next space, pull through 2, pull through 2, 1, yarn over twice, pull through 2, pull through 2, 2, yarn over twice, pull through 2, pull through 2, 3, yarn over twice, pull through 2, pull through 2. So you have 2, 4, 5 loops on your hook, and then you yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. You have 4 treble crochet together by doing that. You chain 2, and you should repeat this step in the remaining 10 stitches. So you just want to go ahead and do 4 treble crochet together in the rest of the stitches, and I'll meet you at the end of round 2. So guys, I am done making the last petal. So after you chain 2, to close off round 2, you just want to slip stitch at the very first chain of the first petal. So that will be here for me. Make a slip stitch, chain 1, and you cut off your yarn. That's the end of round 2, the petal round. I also want to say that I did 4 treble crochet together because my yarn is not the thickest of weight, so it's not lightweight, but it's not so thick. You could do 3 together if your yarn is way thicker than this, so it would look even. So that would mean after you chain 4, you would do just 2 together here if you're going to do 3 together in every other petal. But if your yarn is lightweight like mine, I think this is perfect. Now we'll be moving on to round 3 of the square, and we're adding our main color, which is the navy blue. I don't know what's this blue called. It's not really navy blue, but it's some very cool shade of blue. So I just made a slip knot with the yarn, and I have some tail because I like to weave in as I go. You would take it to any point here, like I normally would before the point where I cut off. So let's say here is perfect. You would insert your hook, pull through and chain 1, and I want to make a double crochet. You could also chain 3 if you prefer, but I prefer to make a standing double crochet. So I would insert, make a single crochet, and make another single crochet on the second leg of that. This just makes my work so much more better. So after doing that, I would make 2 more double crochet in this space. So that's 1 and 2, giving us a total of 3 double crochets. So yeah, we're working granny stitches now. In the next space, I would make 3 double crochet, and now in the next space, which is a corner, I would make 3 treble crochet, 1, 2, 3. I will chain 2 and make 3 more treble crochet in this space. This is the corner stitch. So 3 more treble crochet in this space. 1, 2, and 3. So I've done 1 bit. What you want to do is repeat moving forward. So I will drop off this dark blue yarn. I'm done weaving it in, and I'll pick up to weave some of these white yarn. In the next space, I would make 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3. In the next space, I would make 3 double crochet again. 1, 2, 3. And in the next space, I will make a corner. So that's 3 treble, chain 2, 3 treble. So this is my second, this is my third. I will chain 2, make another 3 treble crochet. If this is too fast for you, you could always slow it down by reducing the speed, or you could take it back as many times as you need to learn this. From here on, I will just repeat this 3 double crochet in the next 2 stitches and 1 corner till I have 4 corners, and I'll come back and show you guys how to join, then move to round 4. After my very last treble crochet, I would slip stitch at the top of my first double crochet. That's my standing double crochet. If you did chain 3, you want to slip stitch at the top of your third chain. So I'm just trying to get the slip stitch in here. Yes. And we have this cute little perfect square, and this is really cute, really. If you're going for small squares, you could take your measurement at this point, and if it's fine by you, you could chain 1, cut off your yarn. But I am making these squares for a cardigan, and I want an extra round, so it measures about 4.2 inches, 11 centimeter ish. So I have to do 1 more extra round. If you want to see the tutorial of the cardigan when it's out, kindly subscribe if you haven't, and if you have any questions so far, drop them in the comments section below. To move on to round 4, which is our final round for this square, you chain 1, and in the spot of the standing double crochet, you want to make another standing double crochet. So in that same stitch you slip stitched, you will make 1 single crochet. In the second leg of that single crochet, you make another single crochet. And then to move forward, you just go ahead and put 1 double crochet in every stitch. So you make 1 double crochet in every stitch till you get to the corners. At the corners, we'll do something a bit different. So I am at the corner now, and I would make 2 double crochet. 1, 2, chain 2, 2 more double crochet in that same corner space, which is your previous chain 2 space between the 3 treble crochet from round 3. That was a mouthful. Moving forward, you go ahead and put 1 double crochet in every stitch, making sure you don't ignore this stitch which must have been swallowed up by the corner space. So you see, make sure you don't ignore that, because at the end of the day, you want to get equal numbers for your square sides. That's what makes it a square, because it's even on all sides, and that makes it easier when you're joining for your cardigan. If I've made the cardigan tutorial, I would link it in the description box for you to easily see. You will make 1 double crochet in every stitch and 2 double crochet, chain 2 in the corners, and I will meet you back when I get here. So guys, I am almost back at the beginning, and after putting my last double crochet, you want to cross check that you have equal amount of stitches at this side. I know why I'm emphasizing this, because when you start joining your cardigan, it will come in very useful that all your sides are equal. After making your last stitch, you want to make a slip stitch at the top of the standing double crochet, or your chain 3 if that's what you did. I did a standing double crochet, so I'll just slip stitch, chain 1, and I'll cut off my yarn. My square has the measurement I require, which is 4.2 inches or 11 centimeter. I would still block this off and it would look even more pretty, but for now let me show you guys how I weave in my ends. So you take your darning needle like the one I've got here, and you just loop your yarn through the eye of the needle. Because I've already taken them in for a bit while I was going, I would just have to go back once. So I'll skip this first stitch here, because if I go back exactly the same way I came, that's undoing what I had done. So I'll just skip one and put my needle through carefully, not to injure my stitches, through at least all of this. And I have successfully weaved that one in. Cut it off. Also, to weave in the very last end, which was not weaved in during the process because it's where we stopped, I'll show you that how to weave that in. Loop your yarn through, and I would insert it in the next stitch from where I stopped through here, and just work my way till I'm at the base of the double crochet stitches. So now you can see I'm at the base. Let me pull this out so you can now see moving forward. So now I would take it in about till, let's say till the end of this corner. I'll just leave one loop aside, pull it through, and I like to take it back out again. Why I didn't do that for this side is because I had taken it in while I was going, so I worked on it, but this one was not worked on, so I would have to take it in twice. And this much is okay. So I'll cut off my yarn and weave the last ones off camera and come back and show you guys what I've got. Guys, I'm done weaving in my ends. Like I said, I was going to block this. I would block it and they'll come out even more perfect, but right now they look amazing. They look good. I hope you learned a thing or two from this granny square, this daisy granny square. I would link the tutorial video for the cardigan. And yeah, if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. If you like this video, hit the like button and drop a comment if you have any questions. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.
What's up? Been a minute since we kicked it. You've been caught up.